You're not manifesting anything. This is an ego illusion. And it's the voice of the ego, that neediness to get something external in order to feel better about yourself, or this illusory separate self. Because you see, everything you do or everything you want to get outside of yourself is to fill this void inside of you because you don't feel whole. And that comes from being separated from your parents' love when you were a little child. The moment that you had this big emotional shock, maybe they were mad at you, or just you felt rejected, abandoned by your parents in a small moment. But for that fragile child, it was so profound that it became the moment that you felt separated from unconditional love and the source, your source of life. And your parents for a child are like the metaphor for us with God. It's our source, the source of our being. In reality, you're not manifesting. Either you're going through subconscious programs after programs, and all of them can go back to that belief in lack and separation that comes from that first big emotional shock when you were a child. But also, um, when you become more aware and you bring all this unprocessed emotion attached to these false idea that comes from the belief in separation and lack, and you bring them into the light of awareness, and you no longer resist feeling, because we resist and fight feeling because that emotional shock was so profound that we needed to find a way to survive in this world. And it was to fight or resist emotion, to not feel the uncomfortable emotion because they were so painful and overwhelming for that little child. And so allowing yourself to bring these emotions and go deeper and inviting them and welcoming these emotions and even loving them as the light of awareness. That's basically shadow work. And once you do that, you get less and less lived by those programs, or triggered or controlled. In another word, unconscious. You're no longer unconscious of being unconscious, so you're raising your level of awareness if you want. And when you are awareness itself, you are being lived by this intelligence. So either way, you're not manifesting anything.